Chattathan. Welcome to space. Espacio, to some of you. Here in this vastness, we find ourselves cornered on a Jovian moon in the far future, where we cracked a planet open, and what came out was something terrible. Something fleshy and spiny and gross. This is all contained in the story of Dead Space 2. One of the best horror games, one of my favorite horror games ever made. Don't believe me? I have a copy on PS3 right here to prove it. Does it look too big for my spaceship? You're too big for my spaceship. Chat, today, we're going to be doing something special. These streams, this channel, I like to call Scientist Plays. What we're going to do today is once we head down to the gaming command center from our spaceship here, we're going to do something that you don't see anywhere else on YouTube. I, Kyle, your scienceman, will lead you through gameplay for some of your favorite games of all time, and we will science those games as we do so. The last stream, which you can check out back on the gaming channel, great success. We sliced, diced, and scienced no less than 10 times. Something like that. As we play through Dead Space for the next 3 or so hours, I don't know, let's see how I'm feeling. I want you to get comfy, cozy, spooky, turn the lights off. We'll be taking your comments and questions as we game, as we try to make our way to the end of one of the spookiest, scariest games of all time. Welcome to Scientist Plays. Let's land this thing. Ugh. Man. Chat, welcome to Scientist Plays. Welcome to the Gaming Command Center here at the facility. Behind me, PS6, gaming chairs, my own videos on loop. Why? Because I like it. In front of you, hair, man. Behind me, 75-inch monitors. Check what you're saying, and to check what we're playing. In front of me, the gaming setup, through which we will play through Dead Space 2. We're playing through on a PS4 controller. We're playing on PC on the highest settings, I think, depending on if my machine here starts glugging and chugging. But I don't know. Chat, how you doing today? Like I said, we'll be playing for the next couple hours. We did not, you're correct, some of you in chat, we did not have any office hours today. That's because I started following my own rules. Being that if there's no science story of the week, if there's something that doesn't interest me, I don't think it's going to interest you, then why do it? Being live stresses me out. I'll say this, chat, actually. Going live maybe one of the hardest things that I do. And I give a lot of respect to streamers who do this for 8 to 10 hours a day. It's not easy. Granted, they're mostly playing video games, so they're not talking the whole time. But when we do office hours, trying to be coherent and funny and looking at you and intelligent for an hour straight, even just an hour straight, is very difficult. So, what we got today, it's a little bit of both. Gameplay, science time. Got my nitro cold brew. We'll be ready to game. Greetings from Luck Gunstick. Welcome back, buddy. Willie, N.A., Audacity, Damien, Gabe Straw, Nick. Oh, sweet, sweet Nick. Achroma, welcome back. Dominator 73. Jason, welcome. See a lot of facility members, which reminds me, if you want to join us here at the facility, if you want to get access, well, not to this room, but, to some other rooms at the facility, if you want to see what I do for a day job, which is educating, entertaining, explaining everything underneath the stars and beyond, go to patreon.com/Kyle Hill or type in Kyle Hill on YouTube. We have a plethora of sciencey content to offer you, and if you want to join the facility, you get access as Crafty and Jabo are putting in the chat. Thank you, security team. You get access to behind-the-scenes photos. I have showed so many photos of Chernobyl's dogs because we're still trying to make sure the fundraiser actually goes the right way. They've seen so many radioactive puppies, it's crazy. You also get access to our private Discord where I talk with these dorks every day. And I hear it is one of the nicest, friendliest, nerdiest Discords they've ever been a part of. So if you want to join that, join me. Thaddeus Thane. Gunstick says, I just got my Asperger's diagnosis. Thanks for making me aware. Gunstick, I can't recommend everyone does exactly what I did, but I wanted to learn more about myself and why I think certain thoughts and say certain things and why my relationships go certain ways or not. And so if you want to learn more about yourself, maybe talk to somebody. That's fine. That's fine. We're here to normalize, like I say in my ads, mental health is health. I'd argue, what is more important? I'd rather have a broken leg than a broken brain. And not to say that Gunstick, or me, not to say anyone is broken. I'm making an analogy here. I would much rather take care of things in my head than things on my thighs. I'm used to this being after office hours, but this is far from a bad thing, says Buster Sharp. Buster, we're, like I said, I didn't have anything really to talk about today in office hours, so it's on a smaller channel, smaller thing. So it's just going to be you and me today, gaming. Koopa, welcome Koopa. Good evening, straight into Gaming Wing today, huh? Yes. Could I get some dog-based superpowers in Chernobyl, says Willie Reimer. No. A topic I do actually have. Who gave me this? The Professor. Magic the Gathering's The Professor. He gave me an idea for an episode. Can nuclear waste give you superpowers? Which is, the actual answer to that. But it's such a trope in pop culture that it might be fun to do a video on that. And I'm currently working with the U.S. government and the White House to try to get on-site access to a nuclear waste storage facility, so I can show you in person what it's like. And guess what, Chad? Guess what? I'm in the beginning stages of a trip to Fukushima. Now imagine the kind of stuff that we can get there. Jared, Koopa, I liked your last Instagram post, Koopa. You're just such an interesting human. So, Crafty says, let's go. Probably in relation to Fukushima, but also in relation to starting this stream right. As you can see, chat, we have the game ready to go. I'll set the stage for you. You can watch the last stream, of course. It gives you the intro to the game, but I'll set the stage for you. We are only about an hour in, trying to find our way out of this Jovian hotel. And it's difficult, and we're playing on New Game Plus, so we are decked out. We have the best suits, the best weapons. We're going to be slicing and dicing. Yeah, if we get to go to Fukushima, then I think we do a series of videos on that. I think I'll probably have about 6 total videos from Chernobyl. I'll probably turn that into like a full documentary movie at some point. But then we could do the same thing for Fukushima, and then I could travel to 3 Mile Island, as I know an engineer there, and we could be like the big 3. We could visit the only 3 places in the world that corium has ever been accidentally created. And then I become just basically the nuclear guy. At this point, the Half-Life histories do so well that the main channel is more, it's like, it's basically Half-Life histories and then silly stuff that I enjoy calculating. Anyway, so chat, we're only about an hour or so into the game. The game's about 10 hours. We're going to see how far we get today. We're going to play longer than usual since we didn't do office hours. So, what do we do, chat? We get out the pink scrunchie. We get out the gamer headphones. See you, Jason. See you in a minute. Have a good dinner with your family. Now, the only thing left to do, chat, is say, welcome to A Scientist Plays Dead Space 2. Haha. See, Z! Hi, Kyle. Nice to see you again. Did you have a chance to look at the message? It says Z with a $100 donation. Z. Well, actually, it's $98.05 after taxes. So, chat, we are chonky. We're a chonky boy. Oh, it's... Z. So I just read your message in full. Z. If you don't know Z, obviously, Z is a mad person. Z wakes up. Well, actually, let me step back. He's woken up by servant robots that look like dollar bills. They lightly tap on his face with their little paper hands. He gets up, goes to the garage immediately. No breakfast, doesn't need it. Peak physical condition. Opens up the garage. All the lights come on. Bam! Ducati Superbike. Gets on the Ducati Superbike naked. Real flex. Then absolutely guns it down a private highway. And then, still naked, starts throwing money at raccoons, dogs on the side of the road, and then also me. Where is he getting the money off from his naked body? It seems to appear from... look, Z's insane. Z with another $50 donation. Where does the money come from? How does it happen? Where is he pulling it from and throwing it? Why is he throwing it? We can't explain these things. We're not on Z's level. But Z, your question basically is, if I understand it correctly, what would happen if we stopped time? Or could you stop time? And a lot of your assumptions of what would happen, I think, are right on the money. That's actually been an episode I've been meaning to do for a long time, because people always ask me what superpowers I would want. And stopping time would be one of them. But what would actually happen? So, Z, thank you for your multiple high-end donations. And I think I'll make a whole episode out of your message. How about that? Okay, so we're a chonky boy. We have all of our weapons kitted out. I usually like to have it sideways for the legs. We have our shotgun. We have our zombie teen dismemberer, and we have our line gun. Let's crawl around. Chris Beardsley, do I still pronounce their name correctly? Welcome. Ecstatic Ethan. Yo. Hey Cal, I rarely have an occasion to watch you live, so I wanted to ask if there's any chance of a video about real-life cyberpsychosis from Cyberpunk. Interesting. I gave Cyberpunk a second chance on PC, and I'm like... Z, an insanely generous patron of the facility with another €100 donation. That would be awesome to see. With your understanding, you'd be able to come up with many more limitations or perks to speak about it. Z, I promise you that we will do an episode something like that. It's been on the list for a while, but you are galvanizing me to do it right now. And I know, chat, if you're new here, you see it's like, hey, this is a small little channel, and you have psychos like Z just coming in naked on a superbike with high-end multiple donate. Well, see, you have to understand. We here at the facility attract a certain kind of person, clientele, if you will. And Z is just one of the many fine examples of the intelligent, handsome people that we have here. I would love to see another collaboration with Adam Savage. That would be awesome, says Chris Beardsley. Hey! Where'd you go? Oh. Trust me, Chris. Something, I adjusted the game audio relative to my voice. Can you tell me, if it's okay? Because last time the game audio was almost too loud compared to my voice, so I don't want that. Join us! Make us whole! Make you whole what? Wheat? Whole wheat toast? So far, so good. How about that stompy stomp stuff? That's alright? Sounds fine on my end. Thank you, Z. Limbo, you sound great. Limbo, you sound great. Do you know Limbo, was just, people got angry that their loved ones might be in limbo. So the Christian church just said, oh, there's no limbo anymore. That was weird. I went to private Catholic school for 14 years, chat. I know a lot about it. Oh, okay. Ah! Ah! So you're behind me. It's so dark, chat. Oh. Okay, so chat, what I think we're about to encounter is my favorite new enemy in this game, which are basically raptors. And these raptors hide around corners, and they wait for you to not look, and then they charge you. And they look like raptors. And they're absolutely It is by far the scariest enemy in this game. Jesus. I'm gonna shut up for a second and let you be scared. Their heads poke out, and they see you before... They look at you before you charge them. This is like the clever girl bit from Jurassic Park. It terrifies me. Every time. And I should ostensibly know where they spawn and stuff, but... Jeez!
Dana, I'm locked out. There's something in the church. It broke the door.
Oh, that's a big
I'll try to
boy, too.
override all the gates in the area.
Crap. There's something out here, too.
Chat, they're ostriches. No, they're zombie raptors. Or they could be emus. Those are scary enough, Platinum, huh? God, I hate this part. The directional audio, chat, is great. Because I'm getting these senses... I'm getting the sound from the left, the right, behind me, all that stuff. It's terrifying. Do I have to wait here until I kill them? Yeah. I'm gonna use the charge pulse for this to get them out of my face. Ah! Ah! Back up, back up, back up. Ah! I hate this.
Isaac! I don't think I can open now!
God. They said... Liz with the 20. My tiny human Alex asks, cows have methane in their burps and farts. That's true. Do we have methane in our farts too? Also, I like the dog pictures. They are cute. Heidi, welcome. Liz, Alex, tiny human Alex, I love how long your hair's getting. You look awesome. I love how you look in your facility lab coat. You're awesome, buddy. Hope school is going well. Yes, we do have methane in our farts as well. And it's from the anaerobic digestion without oxygen. Digestion of materials, what we eat, by microorganisms that live in our gut. Microorganisms are critically important in our gut, actually. A lot of the times when you get sick, it has to do with these gut little bugs, not really bugs, but little bacteria and stuff not behaving in the right way. For example, when you take antibiotics and you have diarrhea or an upset stomach or that kind of thing, it's because you're wiping out all of those bacteria. Antibiotic, antibacteria. And so while antibiotics can be good for other things, you're also wiping out your gut flora and fauna. And that's why that happens. So they digest food with us, and methane is produced through that anaerobic, without oxygen, digestion. And methane is a very potent greenhouse gas, and it's flammable. Alex, I need to deal with these guys. God, those sounds. Chat, you know I can make those sounds with my mouth? That was way too... Oh, I did not time that correctly. Terrifies me every single time. Yep, come on. Missed! Gosh, I hate these. Come on. There's only one of you left. Come on. Come on.
Dana, you there?
Isaac.
Oh,
I
that
can't
was
unlock the
science
elevator.
time number
Can
one.
do
Thank you,
anything
Chad.
from your end?
Let me see what I can
Dead
do.
space, says Dork
Okay.
Boy. Welcome,
Once
Dork
you're
Boy.
through, you'll go through the funerary wing of the church and down into the crypt. It's very important you not disturb. No. No, Earth Cub can't jam us in here. Not in here.
You can change the reticle so that it's projected in the environment, like in the first Dead Space. It is projecting the... It's a laser. Fun fact, chat, and Tiny Human Alex, who asked the question about methane. I've lit one of my own farts on fire once. It was when I was in college, and we got it on camera, and I still have the clip. And the flame that I produce is conservatively 3 or 4 inches long. No, I'm not going to show you. Popping in to say hi, says Little Chompy, Little Chomp of Horrors, Chompina. Welcome, Chompy. Where am I going? Just a tiny little chomp. I'm not letting... No, I'm not going to do that. Because, what they don't tell you... Well, why would they tell you? But what they don't tell you about lighting your own farts on fire... Wrong button. Wrong button. Is that... It also burns... everything around that area. And lights it on fire for a quick second. Speed trap. Just light your house on fire for science. No. Look, I have so much fireproofing around here. It's just kind of my thing. Perfect. Back up. Bye-bye. Come on. Get out. Just go away. I don't even like wasting my ammo on those guys. Hello. I knew it. Bam! Faster than waxing, I guess. That's true. This is true. Stompy, stompy, chompy, chompy. My brother and grandparents both say it will kill people. Wasn't there, thank goodness. I don't know what you're talking about, Heidi, but if you're talking about lighting your own butt on fire, don't worry. I survived. Happy to say. Could you theoretically make a fart-powered car? Says Willie Reimer. Willie, have you forgotten what natural gas is? Not calling you out here, Willie, but natural gas is processed and cleaned, purified methane, and methane can and is used to power vehicles. My first on-camera job as a science communicator was for Al Jazeera America very long ago. And I went to a farm in Indiana that used anaerobic digesters, big vats of water, basically, into which they threw wastewater. They harnessed the methane from the digestion of the microbes in that wastewater, and then they used it to power all of their trucks. One of the few places to do so, I think. Yeah, Heidi, sorry to say that your grandparents are wrong about lighting your farts on fire and you dying. Buster, thank you. Oh, that was science time number 2. Buster, you're doing a better job than me. Hey, Kyle, can you talk about what forces would be like on the body when they cut bullets out of the air in movies and anime? A bullet has a lot of kinetic energy. A bullet has a lot of kinetic energy because it's going so fast. And as you know... Chat, does it look like there's going to be a lot of enemies in here? Yes. And as you, of course, know, kinetic energy is related by the equation 1/2 mv squared. And because bullets are traveling so fast, often many times faster than the speed of sound, if you have like a rifle or something like that, it has a decent amount of kinetic energy, but because a bullet doesn't weigh very much, the overall kinetic energy in comparison to something like a baseball at 100 miles an hour, it's actually not that different. So, whoever asked that question about anime swords blocking bullets, if you can imagine, and I've seen this done, actually, there's a video of this. I saw a samurai guy slice a baseball in half that was being shot at him. If you can do that, you can, in terms of kinetic energy and how hard it would be to, like, hold your sword, I don't think it's nearly as much as you think. That sounds fine. Kyle, what is the age of your decaying meat suit, or has the time in the void rendered it ageless? Why? Are you seeing the gray that I'm getting? I'm simultaneously younger and older than you'd probably think. Spew this! I don't like your feet. They're spread. You have a big spread between your toe like you're an orangutan. I don't like that. Is it possible to bunt a bullet? Says Umaru. No. It will go through the bat because of its penetrative power. A lot of kinetic energy on a small space. Pressure is force over area. You get force from how quickly kinetic energy is dissipated. So you take, usually, like the length of the bullet, the kinetic energy going from whatever it has to 0, you divide those two values, you get a force, you divide that by the cross-sectional area of the bullet, you get pressure, which can go through a lot of things. That's why bulletproof vests are a thing. Scott Chambers, hey Kyle, new to the stream, what's your favorite necromorph? I think my favorite are the zombie ostrich raptors, just because they are so scary. And I don't have, like, I don't get stopped by these typical necromorphs, but I'll stop for the other ones because they scare me. Where are you in the map? Bye-bye. Don't spit on me. Double tap just to make sure. I forget what I'm doing. That was cheap. That was cheap. Oh, why do they look like that? You have too much... I know this is going to sound weird, but you have too much skin on your... Oh, look! His body's facing the wrong direction as his head. And there's a mouth coming out. Hey, Kyle, are people supposed to hit the like button right now? Right. Chat, if you're enjoying what you're seeing, if you're enjoying science time plus spooky time, if you want to continue enjoying it, make it worth all... Like I said, make it worth all of our while here. And hit the like button on the new gaming channel. We are trying to grow this channel as we continue forward. Trust me, trust me, trust me, trust me, trust me. I like to manage my ammo by what has the most. So usually I'll go with what has the most and use that until it has the least. Unless I need it. Cool. Now chat, this part begs the question, how do you turn gravity off? Right? Because I gotta go up. How do you turn gravity off? Well, as we said in the last stream...
Dana! I think I found the exit, but it's way above...
Shut up. As we said in the last stream, artificial... No, we need to keep...
me. Gravity controls are locked out. Dana? Fuck!
The tactical bucket is correct, where artificial gravity, like gravity plates and other weird stuff, isn't really a thing. What you could do is, if you had realistic artificial gravity, you could either stop thrusting, or you could stop a centrifuge spinning, and that induced gravity would go away.
I don't know if you can hear me. You need to go up. Do
No,
you hear me?
yeah,
You need to go up.
Dinah, thank you. Thank you, Dinah, I know. This seems like an obvious, ode to Event Horizon right here, huh? Right. Where's the controls? What would happen if you put your hand in that, chat? Science time number 5. Thank you, Buster. By the end of today's stream, I want to know. Whew. How close are we to understanding gravity, says Jared Robinson. Jared, it's not that we... Shut. Jared, it's not that we don't understand gravity, it's that we have trouble reconciling gravity with the two most explanatory, most powerful theories about how the universe works. That's special and general relativity together, and quantum mechanics. We haven't found a way to make those equations, those theories play nice yet. But from special and general relativity, we understand gravity quite well. Science sign number 6.
Authorized emissions only.
That's not the right button. Oh, the other one. Right. That's not the first. We must be doing well. We have people saying we have bots saying I have no maidens in the chat, which is not good. Chat, is it weird to see me playing a very spooky game in a nonchalant way? Because I hope you're getting a sense of just how atmospheric and spooky and all this is. Like, I want you to be getting what's amazing about this game, which is the art direction and the sound design and all that. If you need me to shut up and just appreciate it, I'm not going to. This chat... You're a shunt. Didn't need to do that. Oh, I'm gonna get cut in half. Almost made a big mistake. Okay, let's drop something there. Why would we want you to stop talking? It's kind of the point of this, says Buster. Buster, I'm just trying to be nice. just avoid the falling corpse there for a second. Grab this. Don't need that. No, orient myself. There we go. Chat, let's see how, this game was spooky the first time through. Yeah, of course. Let's see how good the physics are. Pretty good. Never stop talking science, Papa. I'm not your Papa. Oh, see, it has a G value there. See?
Isaac! Damn it! I think they're jamming
Give me
out
a
the
signal with the
mobile
mole device. Somebody
get
get me the frequency on that jammer. They must have a gunship vintage near the compound.
Now what? Change your plans?
No. If they knew where we were, they would have killed
Steven?
us by now.
Win some hacks.
Signal fading! Just follow your lead and hurry.
See that, chat? Oh, that's New Zealand. See that, chat? 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 Anyway. 1.04 G. So that's... So, as you know, we measure the gravitational acceleration due to Earth's mass is 9.81 meters per second. That means if you drop something on the surface of the Earth, it will accelerate such that its velocity increases 9.8 meters per second every second that it is in freefall. Which means all you'd have to do to get the actual gravity in this room, that's what we consider 1g. So all you'd have to do to get the gravity, the acceleration due to gravity in this room, would be multiply that value right there, 1.04, 1.32, or 032, whatever. Multiply that by 9.81, and you get the gravitational acceleration in this room. And that's it. Easy. Just like Sunday morning. Chat, I have no idea what day it is. I don't know what time it is. I woke up at noon. Yesterday, I filmed a new episode. I worked out. I went to the grocery store. I did a 10-mile bike ride. Took a shower. And so in celebration of me getting many things done, I may have overdone it a little bit last night. Hopefully we will stay coherent for the rest of today's stream. Let's sell those so we can get one more node. Oh, wait, chat. We need to, as we will do at every store, we will change our suit to look cool. Ooh, I like the elite one. You look like Scorpion, but we already did that one. Which one's the... Did we do that one? Let's do EarthGov Security. Oh. One more chunky boy? Is this tactical bucket? What do you mean? I'm actually below a weight that I've been at for the last 2 years. Over the last year. It's feeling pretty good about it. Is flying indeed throwing yourself at the ground and missing, says Kia. Oh. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that desert camo. Yeah. Ooh, I like this one. Oh, I like this one a lot. Like this one a lot. Kia, throwing yourself at the ground and missing is orbiting. So maintaining a constant state of free fall is orbiting. Flying is not that. It is moving yourself through a medium such that you generate an actual force on you that lifts you up in that medium or through that medium. So planes do that by traveling with a certain shape at a certain velocity through a certain density of air. Stingrays do the same thing when they swim. They're flying through the water by evolving to deal with the density of the water. The evolution shapes their bodies so they can move more efficiently through the water up and down. But falling and then continuing to fall is orbiting. Buster, thank you. That's science time number 8. Buster, you all should thank Buster. Oh, that's cool. If you could turn that back on so I'm not spooky scared, that'd be great. Out of the way. Thank you. How fast would I have to flap my arms to generate lifts, says Willie Reimer. I have bad news. You're too heavy. Unless... No, you're too heavy. If you're... Literally, if you are typing in the chat, I know you're not an infant, which means you're too heavy. Even babies are too heavy. What am I doing? You're distracting me. Yeah. Full damage force gun. I full damage that. Duration wouldn't be bad. Every guy could use more duration. Sorry, Crafty. What am I doing? Right. What's this? Telekinetic impairment. I never do that. Oh, stasis. I like the duration on stasis. Yep. Nothing. The local universe is not real, says D.W. Jones, who obviously watched the last office hours. D.W., welcome. Chat, how's the stream looking? I have fiber, so it should be looking pretty good. I'm streaming at 11,000 kilobytes per second. Up and down. Or whatever. Shut up, you don't know. I feel like for all the talking I'm doing, we're not making it very far in the game. Winsome says rip and tear. Sorry, wrong game. Of all. At all the hatred they can throw at you, we will send unto them only you. Rip and tear. Till it is done. That game's awesome. Chat, if the stream doesn't look good on your end, go to this corner here and turn up the quality and then hit refresh. I have fiber too. Why no 4K stream? Just tactical bucket? Because I don't know how to do that. Just a second. Can I just point out, the light hitting my face here in the command center makes it extremely hard to see these dark environments. I'm basically looking at a flashlight. And then also, like, I can't see anything right now. I actually can't see it. Oh. See, I couldn't see the door in front of my face. Kia, sorry. You need bounces. Where am I going? Where is this? Where am I? Who am I? What is it? Oh, this is the storage locker room for the cult. Turn off the light or make it more dim, says Total Tomoko. Tomoko, I have bad news. The way that the video works, I need to be lit. We're gonna get some Tuvan throat singing up in here? Oh, the introduction of the babes. Wrong button. Wrong button. Wrong gun. Wrong button. Come on. Seriously? Pretty sure I hit those tenties. But Kyle, you're always lit, says Sean. If you knew me, you knew that's not true. Switch. Bye-bye. So fast. I'm just so agile. Can I get a room that's not dark? Yeah, the babies Chat, when we get to what is our... We will soon get to the most disturbing part of this game, and it is when you discover that there's infant zombies. Is a room full of teens? I think this is a room full of teens. If I remember correct. Oh, or is it the boss introduction? I guess it's the latter. Shoot his baby mouth. I feel like my gun's not aiming. Where'd you go? It's teen time. Hey teens, it's not TikTok. Let me introduce you to my favorite platform. Whoa, oops. 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 How's that for engagement? Your legs with this blade. Oops. How's that for a dance? A dance of death. Hey. Hey. Chat, you gotta admit that was kind of fun. Okay? Even though Nick is gonna be in the chat like, oh my god, Kyle, you're so cringy, and why are you so weird? Nick, you know why. Okay? Tinder hot XYZ, I have Mëydans already. Thank you. Have I seen The Orville? No, I've never watched an episode of The Orville, but Seth MacFarlane is a sciencey guy. He helped get the new Cosmos made, so, you know. I'm sure he does what he does best, which is work within the confines of his stories. You know, I'm sure there's some inaccurate things. I'm sure there's some very accurate things. Nick, I do know you. I know you... Look, just because we only hung out like 3 times total. Bye-bye. I do know you. I don't like your face. Not talking to you, Nick. I like your face. Your eyebrows specifically. Your eyebrows should be verified on Instagram. You trying to get behind me, bro? Nar. Oh, my goo spew! Oh, my... Oh, but that's where all my goo is. Stop doing that. Yeah, Nick, that's right. I only like your eyebrows. Nothing else. Oh, hey, come on! Chump. You thought you could scare. Who do they think they are, is what I'm getting at. Platinum. Platinum. Easy now. Wrong button. Easy now. Whoop. Ew. Ew. Hey Kyle, how is your xenomorph girlfriend doing? You're implying that my girlfriend has a strange form, which is what xenomorph means. And she does not. Her form is, exquisite. What was I doing before I was so rudely interrupted? What do you think those yellow explodey growths are filled with? Says Ulmaru. If I had to guess, what these explodey boys are filled with is some sort of hypergolic chemical. Now, when I say hypergolic chemical, it means two chemicals or more chemicals that, when mixed together, creates an extremely exothermic reaction, even like maybe even in like an explosive reaction. We use hypergolic chemicals in some rockets where they exist in two different states. Shut up, Nicole. Not you, Nick. That's just her. That's her name in the game. And when we mix these two chemicals together in a rocket, and it produces the combustion you want, like dragons from Reign of Fire, says Willie Reimer. Exactly. And that was always my explanation of dragons. It also happens in the butts of bombardier beetles, which evolve to mix two chemicals in their abdomen and squirt it out. And when it comes out, and they aim for the eyes of predators, it comes out at like over 100 degrees, and it's caustic and all that. So, to answer your question, yeah, Nicole. Her name's Nicole. Sorry, Nick. So if I'd answer your question, it would be that the sac is filled, it's compartmentalized with two different chemicals in it, and when it when it gets, that's when it explodes, so to speak.
You tried to kill yourself. Why do you think that is? That's right. Ignore the pain.
Buster Sharp says we're already 10 science lessons in. Shut up for a second. We're already 10 science lessons in, chat. If you're enjoying yourself, playing extremely spooky game and sciencing the crap out of it, give me a like. Give the new channel a follow. That's what we are doing. Wasn't it just World Mental Health Day? Timing. I do like the font. I do like their text. It looks cool. All hail the marker. It's a very toxic relationship. Well, yeah.
Dana, you still with me? I've reached the top of the church.
You're almost here. I'll be waiting by the shuttle.
You're almost here. I'll be waiting by the shuttle. Spoiler alert, chat. She's not very cool. This woman. Is this a reboot or a continuation, says Chris. This is Dead Space 2. Guts! Chris! Chris! Come on, man. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Chris. Ooh, let's look out the window, see if we can science anything. Have you read any of the Dead Space books? No. But I do like the story quite a bit. So, we're on... So that's separate. That's tethered. That's a big asteroid or something that they are mining here, and that's tethered to this Jovian moon. We have an atmosphere. I guess the terraforming took a little while, huh? Something like that. The buildings are very tall. The buildings could be much taller. The buildings could be much taller than they would be on Earth, because if there was a lowered gravity on this Jovian moon, and given that it's a moon, it's probably lower gravity than Earth, although, you know, there's some big moons out there. The acceleration due to gravity on this moon could be less, such that the weight of everything is less, which would allow you, with the same ultimate tensile strength and mechanical strength of materials that we know of on Earth, would allow for taller structures. Side note, the mechanical strength of a Lego is such that you could build a mile-tall stack of Legos before the Lego on the very bottom failed. Legos are very strong. Science time number 11, says Buster Sharp. We are just... This is a very successful... Success.
Dana! You're a unitologist.
Should I braid my hair like that, Chad? Wait a second. How many of you are watching right now? Look at my subscriber goal. Since we started streaming, Only one of you has subbed? Chat. If that number doesn't go up at least by 1 in the next 5 seconds, I am shutting down the stream. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See ya. Dad, I'm kidding. Come on.
Why did I trust you?
Well, you didn't have a choice, Isaac.
That actually means that all of you watching already subbed, which means we're also not getting it in front of any new eyes.
I told you there was a cure and you came running.
The game is over. The life is over.
Why can't everyone just leave me alone, huh?
You're a dangerous secret, Isaac. EarthGov won't leave you alone because they're afraid you'll destroy their marker.
I'm afraid you're going to destroy my emotions with that accent, and you're pretty. Sorry, I don't know how to talk to unitologist women. Oh, sorry.
After all, you did build it.
What are you talking about?
Well, that's why we brought you here. To build markers for us. To spread glorious convergence to the entire galaxy.
You people are unbelievable! Just give me the fucking cure and let me go.
Oh, we don't want to cure you, Isaac.
What would I
You
do
need
without
that
you?
precious little head of yours just the way
I don't
it
want to
is.
kill you. You complete me.
Now would you escort Isaac to the shuttle and put him in stasis?
Stubborn Clump, thank you for yelling at the top of your lungs
The last
to all your
thing we
neighbors
want
to sub.
is for him
Appreciate
to
it.
die.
She said, dyingly? Oh, jeez. Oh, good. Oh, I hope I don't get... Oh, my body! Prepare for a lot of action, chat. This part is awesome. I was thinking about the wrong part. Still cool. Oh, crap. Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! Go! Yeah. Oh, this is the part. This is the cool part. Wasn't that awesome? So cool.
Isaac, are you there?
Get out of my
Can
face.
you hear me?
What do you want, Strauss? Look, it's over. All my plans just blew out the window.
No,
Literally.
it's not over, at least not yet.
Like, literally.
Isaac, we build it. We can tear it down.
What, you mean the marker? Do you know where the marker is, Strauss?
It's in the government sector.
Could those candles stay lit in zero atmosphere? No.
Time is running out for me.
But the airlock or whatever it was closed. I died here a few times before figuring out what to do. Yeah, sometimes those sections are hard to read from a gameplay perspective. But when you do it all the way through, it's just so cool. It's just so cool. I just got space yeeted. We're on chapter 6. There's 12 chapters. So I think I'm flying through this? I don't know. But it was open for a second. It says, Luis Valenzuela. Yeah, with all that... Oh no, are we at the nursery part, chat? With all that air rushing past those candles, yeah, probably not. Dead Space 2 does have a very good ending, except, there's an enemy at the end of Dead Space 2 that lives rent-free in my head for how stressful it is.
I remember. They took us to the machine for our sessions, for the steps.
I don't remember any sessions.
Oh, maybe
You're lucky you don't remember.
people unsubbing and resubbing. Thank you, Jason. Thank you,
He
Sean.
starts coming back.
Oh, maybe this was just all delayed.
Who comes back?
Huh.
Who?
Look at you. Grown up so much. Where are you going?
Strauss, don't follow. He's not really there.
I can hardly see what's on my screen. Chat will play for about another half hour or so. We'll take a quick commercial break, and then we'll jump in for another session. It's going to be a longer one today. It's going to be a slightly longer one today since we didn't do office hours. And as Buster Sharp has been keeping track of, we're already up to 11 science lessons. Let's see if we can get to 20. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this area here. I'm going to put my back up against the wall. Sebastian, delayed. I subbed as soon as you said, which made me realize this was a whole different channel, Sebastian says, which is good feedback, because if you're not aware that this is a new channel, that's not great marketing for them. Get wrecked. Can't explode your stupid little body if you don't have one shot to the leg. Bye-bye. Oh, my stomach. I really hate that noise. Oh, I didn't even... Oh! Piece of crap. Ah! 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 Oh, I told you I hate this room, chat. He got wrecked. Oh, man. I hate this room. I remembered it. I remembered that I hate it. I hate those guys that are super quick. Those little gross boys. I don't like that. Ripper is amazingly fun in this game. Mm-hmm. It's my favorite. Might be my favorite. I think this channel needs a profile of you being shirtless riding the Basilisk in Stubborn Clump. That would probably do it. Hey, nice legs. Nice legs you got there. It'd be a shame if someone were to eat. Oh, come on. Sometimes the line gun doesn't work. I press shoot multiple times, and it doesn't work. I don't know why. I haven't appeared shirtless in anything ever, so I'm not going to start now. That wouldn't it wouldn't do my mental health very good. Trust me. Oh crap! Oh, that's fine. Shit. Let's buy one more nard, and then, you know what time it is? Time to switch up the suit. We will go with, let's go with an old school one. A vintage suit covered in blood. Yeah, the only shirtless picture of me is the comic book style one that an artist did, which is one of my favorite pieces of fan art. Maybe my favorite piece of fan art ever. It's so well done. Oh, I'm a chunky lad. I'm a chunky lad. Hey Kyle, love you that you were playing this game, loving all the sciences, flow, fire, flow. That's exactly what I want to hear. That's what we're aiming for with Scientist Plays. If you're enjoying yourself, give me a like. Give me a sub. Give me a reason. Didn't want to do that. I'm a hulking tanko. Ravdos, welcome. McCullough, welcome. Sorry. Excuse me. Yeah, look at... I'm a big... Oh, I hate these things. I hate these pimples. Let me get in some light so you can see me a little bit. Yeah. Chunky. I liked and subbed years ago, says Flow Fire. That's impossible. Sub to the gaming channel, my man. Is it one shot with this that does it? But sometimes it doesn't hit it. Almost missed one. No. Don't trust you. Yep. Stop making... Ugh, it's like making like... Ugh. It's like it's eating an apple in my head. There's one right here. I can't see anything. Thank you. Ugh. Ugh. That sound design, though, I know, it's gross. You're not on Zealot, it'll be fine, says Platinum. Platinum. We're not here to make a world record Zealot super hardcore run, okay? We're here to educate and entertain. Buster, how many science lessons are we up to? Z says, oh, they just want to keep the doctor away with all that chewing. Now, what doesn't make sense to me is how could I be in zero gravity, not here, and then here? These are the true, like, this doesn't make any sense. Entering zero gravity. Hey, you sound like Aria. We're up to 11 science lessons. Nice. Hit. Hit. So, chat, what are we doing here? We have to put out this fire, and to put out this fire, we are going to eliminate all the oxygen in the room, which makes sense and is sciencey. But what is interesting is that we know from experiments on the ISS that this fire would look pretty weird. In the absence of gravity, fire pulls in fuel equally in all directions, and so something like a candle would look like a sphere and not like a normal candle flame. So fire in space looks weird. I assume, I've never seen a terrible fire in space like this, so I assume it would look much different than, well, maybe not much different, but different than this. Science time number 12. Thank you, Buster. Where am I going? Right. Bye-bye. Send that down there, I think. You're below life support minimum. Oh, that's cool as hell, says Nick Lynn. Yeah, look it up. You can look up Fire in Space, ISS, and you'll see that when they light a flame, it becomes spherical and not like a candle flame. Fire in Space is weird. But makes total sense. It's not weird in a... What did I miss? This one? It's not weird in a... Ooh, how does that work way? It's just cool. Cool consequences of physics. Wrong button.
This area is unsafe for habitation.
You're unsafe for habitation.
Personal oxygen supplies are now required.
Stupid babies. 69 seconds left, chat. Nice. Like a fireball, exactly. Z with the $10. Where's the frickin' Z? 1 second. Z with the tenor. Would rooms of variable gravity be possible in the future in any way without affecting the rest of the station or the ship? Yeah, so if you had... so this wouldn't work if the whole ship is thrusting at the same... Where am I going? Is thrusting at the same speed? Because the whole ship would be under the same thrust. But if you had something like a centrifuge, something like a rotating compartment where people lived on a spaceship, which would generate artificial gravity through the fictitious centrifugal force, you could have different centrifuges on different parts of the ship. You could even imagine one spinning faster, one spinning slower. You could have training rooms where artificial gravity is slightly higher. You could have it slightly lower for people who are sick or ill or have chronic pain to lessen the weight of their own bodies on themselves. So if you had multiple spinning areas of a spaceship, you could have variable gravity, just like you're saying, Z. See, you put a shirt on, man. Like, I get it. You're shredded. But, I mean, isn't the superbike enough? Damn. Where's the thing? I put you over here because I thought there's a thing that I repower everything with over here. Did I F this up? Am I gonna die here? Forget. Crap. Is it over here? Is it over here? Is it over here? Nikes. Oh, I can't see anything. I can't see anything. Where am I? Oh, crap. I got lost. There we go. Where? Wait, do I just put them... Can I just put one back?
Oxygen output falling to 33%. This area is now below life support minimums. Please verify your personal oxygen supplies.
It's in the next room. Yeah, I knew. I was doing this on... I knew I was doing this on purpose. Yeah. I knew it. I knew I did that for a reason. Chat, I'm very smart. Look how bloody I am. Oh man, this game is a classic. Have you played this before, Paladin Warren? Yes, I just, we're playing on New Game Plus right now. I just went all the way through the game pretty recently to see if it was streamable for spooky time. Can we fund a moon base? Says Flow Fire. You can personally fund... What? You can fund my moon base. You've seen my moon base. Z with another says, I was not asking about movement-induced gravity. I was asking about a stationary room that can alter its gravity less or more, like Dragon Ball Z's gravity room. To answer your question more thoroughly, Z, no. The only two...
Isaac, the steps. He wants me to follow the steps. Step 1, crawl in...
Strauss, shut up. The only two known ways to induce artificial gravity is spinning or thrusting. So if you wanted a room on your spaceship, like we were saying, to have variable gravity, then you just increase the acceleration of your spaceship or not. It wouldn't be a single room like the hyperbolic time chamber or the gravity chamber on Goku's ship. It wouldn't be a single room. It would be the whole spaceship, but you would be able to effectively do it.
To the dark machine.
Strauss, calm down. He can't hurt you.
He wants me to go into the dark machine, Isaac. I can't go. She's in there. She's waiting for me.
Strauss.
Oh god, oh god, oh god.
Strauss, listen to me. You need to keep moving. Can you get to the train?
I love Dead Space's Jacob Evans. Me too.
He's coming. Can't talk.
Paladin Warren says NASA wants to start building a fully functional moon base by 2030. Let's see where that goes. NASA's having trouble getting back to the moon. And you're talking about something that's 8 years away? I don't think so. I mean, it'd be cool, but the timeline does not seem like that'd be anywhere near possible. Chat, we're gonna stretch our legs in a minute. Right now, if you're enjoying Scientist Plays Dead Space 2. Oh, finally some peace and quiet. If you're enjoying Scientist Play... Hey there. Welcome back to NPR. If you're enjoying this broadcast, I'd encourage you to support us here at the facility by hitting that like button. Maybe subby-bubbing to the channel. All of which goes towards our nerdy mission of exploring and explaining everything underneath the stars and beyond. We don't just do it here, Scientist Plays, but we also do it on the main facility channel. We do everything from nuclear documentaries to fundraisers to episodes about Thanos' butt. If you want to be a part of that, please sub and like the video now. Of course, you can also support the facility directly at patreon.com/KyleHill, where you get to join our members-only Discord. You get behind-the-scene photos of radioactive puppies, yes, and much, much more. I hope you're enjoying this episode. Happy to have you here. Okay, then. Back to bullshit! Wait, did I come from that elevator? Yeah. Sub to Kyle, make us whole. Exactly. Why is my face red? Oh, this room. You know that sound, There's puppies and doggos. You know what that sound means, chat? It's time for zombie raptor chicken, guys. And if I had the mine gun, it would be helpful, but I don't. I love this room, says Audacity. Yeah, I mean, like I said, these enemies terrify me the most. They're easily the scariest to me. But it's just stressful to play, you know. And they won't spawn. The thing is, what I want to do is put my back against a wall and wait for them to come to me. But they won't spawn until you get far enough in the room. Is there any way to avoid a dystopian future, says Bob Rooney? At this point, no. I don't know. Depends on what you mean by dystopian. Come on, I know you're here. Where did I put myself last time? Right in that corner over there, I think. Hey, Kyle. Could you have a stationary room with artificial gravity if you had a floor so dense that it had a strong gravitational field? You're describing a planet. Gravity is by far the weakest force in nature. Ah! 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 Gravity is the weakest force in nature. And so, to get a lot of gravity... Come on. Come on, I want you to hit me. And so, to get enough gravity to give yourself any kind of significant weight, you need Come on, I want. You need a significant amount of mass, like a moon or a planet or something. An asteroid doesn't even have enough mass. So to have just dense plates or something like that, you're not going to get nearly enough mass in a small area. I would go so far as to say that there's nothing dense enough outside of a neutron star's material that could give you a lot of gravity in a small space. Come on, where are you? There you go. Poke your little head out. Come on. Hey, buddy. Crap. Come on. If gravity is the weakest force, does that also mean it's the finest tool? Says Audacity. Audacity, I have no idea what you're talking about. 16 was some badass science time. 16 science lessons, chat. This is literally the only place on YouTube where you can get this kind of sweet-ass entertainment. There's a lot of streamers out there. But with hair like this? Mm-mm. No. No. Crafty, look, sometimes I'm sorry, okay? I assume there's not many babies watching. Maybe one, maybe two. Kyle, what is faster, gravity or light? Trick question. Death 13A, gravity and light move at exactly the same speed, which is to say the speed of light. This is why, for example, if the sun suddenly disappeared, yes, eventually we'd all freeze to death and die. But if the sun suddenly blinked out of existence, the planets would continue orbiting exactly the same way for 8.5 minutes. And that's because the information that the gravitational force is no longer there travels at the speed of light, and that's the light distance from the sun. Think about that. Science lesson number 17. Whoo! Thank you, Buster. Keeping that tally. Tally with science. Chroma, the only place for you on YouTube for science, awesome hair, video games, excellent Aussie impressions, and normal human stuff. And very important copy. Oh, is this... I could give him a new butt crack, chat. This is the place with soldier zombies, I think. Okay, chat, I just want to check something. Okay, it didn't work.
Isaac.
I think I'm gonna switch out the line gun. It just doesn't. Sometimes when I'm in the heat of the moment, I try to fire and it just doesn't. And I think it's because of this animation. If I wait too long, the animation has to happen.
The screws go tight all around.
I don't understand.
Oh God, he's back. No.
Strauss. The Thor your mother says you have at home, says Sean MSW. I opened up a panel at Comic-Con like that. People thought it was too funny. Funnier than I wanted it to be. See, it's not firing. See that? I mean, it's strong. It just wasn't firing when I wanted to. And that irritates me. Hey, whoa. Hey.
Stay back. You want to talk?
Have a nice night. Dark Jester, thanks for being here.
Don't say you're gonna help. The last person who said that tried to kill me.
Hey, take it easy. I'm not gonna hurt you.
Yeah, you got that right.
Chat, is she Australian?
You try it, and you're dead.
Uninitiated here, isn't gravity acceleration and speed of light a velocity? Speed of light is a speed. Velocity implies that it has some direction. So speed of light is a speed, not a velocity. Gravity is not an acceleration. It's actually a curvature of the universe that looks like a force, but Einstein and theories of relativity showed that it's actually objects responding to the curvature of space-time. What I'm saying is that forget light and forget gravity, information can only travel at the fastest speed in the universe, which is the speed of light. Now, that's why the quantum thing that we talked about on Office Hours last week was so crazy, is that they proved that that's not actually true. That information or things, events can happen faster than light, which makes the universe non-local. If you want to know more about that, go back to the last Office Hours on the main channel. Do it. You're blowing my mind right now, says Hunter Johns. That's what we're here for, baby.
Look, I think we got off to a bad start here.
I'm Chonky Boy. Isaac. Sorry. It's habit.
Ellie.
Sorry.
What do you want, Isaac?
I'm trying to get to the transport hub.
No, she not Australian.
I need to get to the government sector.
Government Sector 5.
What do you think we were trying to do?
Is she British? Whatever. I love her.
Hey, I can help you. Besides, we got a better chance if we stick together. Don't you agree?
It's not a chance, Isaac. Other people are just a liability.
I love you.
I'll release the door lock. But after that, you're on your own.
So everything is exotic? No. Jaden Booth says the planet would fall apart if it spun too fast. Gravity is what holds it together. Yes, gravity holds a planet together, but to spin a planet apart, the velocity would have to be... I mean, I could literally calculate this. But the velocity would have to be some absurd... It would never happen. It would have to be spinning like... stop eating in my ear! It would have to be a velocity like a magnetar or something like that, like a neutron star that's spinning at a significant fraction of the speed of light. And those are only held together because they have so much mass in such a small area, they're almost like black holes. Science time. Number 19. Thank you, Buster. Ugh, I hate that sound. Come on. Come on! Do you have to sound like that? Okay, so we're gonna get rid of the line gun. We're gonna get a new weapon, chat. Actually, I want to know what you want me to get. So I have every weapon unlocked. What weapon do you want me to get, chat? Take a look. Also, love Dead Space. Glad to see you sciencing it up, says Hunter Johns. Wow, this stream's almost just made for you, huh, Hunter? We're going to change our suit. And we're going to take a break. But first, what weapon do I rock instead of the line gun? I'm going to put the line gun away right now. What do I put in its place? Pulse rifle? Foam finger gun? Don't have that on this one. I'm only seeing pulse rifle from Hunter. Okay, I'll show you. We have the javelin, the rivet gun. It fire rivets. Heavy duty contact beam. Seems like a railgun. Detonator. Kind of already have something like that going. Seeker rifle, which is kind of like a sniper rifle, kind of. Flamethrower, of course. Classic. Flamethrower. And pulse rifle. What do you want to see? Javelin, plasma cutter. Already have the plasma cutter. Rivet gun. Pulse rifle has an explosive mode. I think it has a 360 mode. Good old flamethrower, Hans. Fire! Flamethrower, contact beam, pulse rifle. You're all saying... Saint Javelin? You sold me. You sold me. You sold me. We're going with Saint Javelin Great choice. New suit. So these are the ones we had left. The last ones we had. So if we start, let's go with. Oh yeah. Security. Did we do security already? Hazard. New suit. Who dis? Take a shower, will you? Yeah, this one doesn't look that cool. Okay, so let's test this out on these frickin' things. Where are you? Ma'am, are you okay? Okay, I'll be here. Where's the... I hear... Oh, that's right. Let's see. Uh-oh! We're gonna test it right away. Oop. Hey. Chat. How you doing? You having a good time? I'm having a great time. Chat. We've been playing for an hour and a half. I hope you've been enjoying yourself so far. Hope you've been enjoying Scientist Plays Dead Space 2. It's a great game. I love it. Like I said at the beginning, I even have a copy on PS3. Who has that? A lot of people. Chat, I hope you're having a great time. We're going to be back in 5 minutes to get through another, say, hour and a half, maybe? Join me. For the second half of Scientist Plays Dead Space 2 Part 2. I want you to get up, stretch your legs, use the bathroom, get whatever you need to get hunkered down in the bunker that is my science bunker for the next 90 minutes or so. I'll be right back. If you're liking the stream, like it now, share it on your Sherry platforms, and I'll be back in just a hop, skip, and a jump. Doesn't have to make sense. With more Scientist Plays. I'll see you in a second. Don't leave, because you have trackers on you. And I will know. Chad, if you enjoyed that, if you like that little piece of art, that interstitial, that was actually made by Captain Dagon in the chat right now. Who's in the chat right now? Made it for one of our Tarkov streams. I don't know if I'm going to get back to that. Oh. That game is extremely difficult and stressful. Let me just social up in Social Town real quick. Check mod chat. 1 second. 1 second. What's the situation? Crafty, you have permission. Thank you, thank you. That's actually amazing elevator music. I like it, says Jared Robinson. It's the go-to royalty-free elevator music. Bum, 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 bum. That could not have been 5 minutes. Self-care, it's important. K-Dog, says Kia Kui. I'm fine. Stood up. I stretched. I kissed a kitten on her stomach. I used the bathroom. I'm good. Is that salami? Says Captain Daggett. You think I'm... You think I just pulled out a salami and just started eating it? Is that a Slim Jim? No. This is a 100% natural turkey beef stick by Archer. And Ari and I like them quite a bit. They're good. They're good. Nice little... Tastes good. Nice little protein. Hey, any suggestions for a wireless keyboard in mass? Says Elizabeth Calvert. No. Sorry. I use both wired keyboard and wired mouse. From Rocket. Spelled Rocket, but with 2 C's and an A. So I use that. These guys. They're very, very good. Chat. How you been? How are you enjoying Scientist Plays Dead Space 2 right now? Have any feedback? Anything that you want to be seeing more of, hearing more of? Buster, how many science lessons are we up to right now? Doing great. So far, I think it's 15, 16, 17. 19! Yes. The goal of today's stream, I would, yeah, you play so well you never need healing, says Audacity. Yeah. Dead Space is heckin' awesome. Chad, we can do like 25 science lessons in what, 3 hours? That's almost 10 science lessons per hour. That's a science lesson every 6 minutes. Think about that. That's more learning than you get in school, probably. I don't mind watching, but I would panic quit if I ever played. Jason, when I was a teenager and the first Dead Space came out, I did have times where I'd go down, turn off the lights, get ready to play. The menu would open up for Dead Space 1, and then I would quit. Be like, too scary right now. Zach Connolly's having a great time. Hunter! Love watching video games and learning science. Come on. I love watching video games and learning science. Is that a combination of Nandor from What We Do in the Shadows and Arnold Schwarzenegger? I think so. Come on. I love watching video games and learning science. This is so much more fun than school. It's more than I do in my literal science classes. This is Kia Kui, who sounds exactly like that. Kia, and everyone else, we are neck deep in necromorphs, and the only way out is to put on our gamer headphones, to put on our gamer reflexes, to put on our gamer video game, and continue on with The Scientist Plays Dead Space. Nick says, what was that? What was what? My perfect impression, or what are you talking about? Stop eating in my ear. Oh, only one shot from this will do it? Oh, ugh. I wasted a lot of ammo. Dodge. 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 You dumb idiots. Stop eating in my ear. Stop it! Where are you? Ugh. God, I hate that noise. Chat, little known fact. I was gonna make a video about this. I might still do that. Little known fact, I have an extreme... Get wrecked, dude! I have an extreme aversion to... certain sounds. That sounds is pretty close to one of the sounds that triggers me. Now, chat, I would not be doing my due diligence if I told you that if you don't like really creepy stuff and stuff with, like, babies, you're not gonna like the next part of this. I'm warning you ahead of time. It's not that bad, but it is pretty unsettling. I'm gonna be shooting zombie babies. It's so creepy. I think this is everybody's creepiest section. Now, if you didn't like what you just saw, might want to dip out for 5 to 10. Bring on the creepy, says Nick. Nick, that's why I love you. Here you go. Yeah. Oh! Even that explosion sound. That explosion sound was so juicy.
Okay, everyone. 15 minutes to recess. Play nice.
Why does every robot woman sound like Arya? Or why does Arya sound like every robot woman? It's almost like... Oops. Nick loves it. Should she be concerned? Yeah, there's something a little wrong with you, but you already knew that. Their heads stick around. That's fun. Love this part of the game because how creepy it is. Iron Illustrations, wait to the creepiest part of this level, which is a school play. And all of the students show up. I use the force gun here because I learned that it kills them in one shot without exploding. Oh, and their one leg is fused together like a caterpillar? Ugh. 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 The only thing that would make this grosser is if I could grab one... I'm sorry. That was unnecessary. I apologize. Ugh. I'm sorry. No, chat, we're not to the worst part yet. We're gonna get there in a second. What the heck? Chat, look how old I'm getting. You don't look gray. Arya's very excited about it. Could use some more ammo. Now, why would diseases spread more quickly in space? I'm assuming it'd be because how we see the seasonality of something like influenza change with time, and it has to do with the social nature of what humans are doing at those times. So the cyclical nature, ebb and flow of influenza, the flu, for example, is because during certain times of the year we are more in contact with each other, more inside, like during wintertime and fall time, than we are when it's summertime, when we're more outside and less close to people. And that is literally because with less people around, there's less likely to breathe in some virus from another person, from a respiratory disease. So in space, that's all circulating the same air in small spaces where everybody is all the time in close proximity. Then yes, I could see diseases spread more, it'd be more of a problem in, you know, space station or a spaceship or whatever. Thank you, Buster. That is science time number 20. That might be the most science time we've ever done on a single stream. And I'm proud. And I'm proud of it. Subtle product placement? For what? For me? Here's the part, chat. Hey, you can't dodge it! Now, chat. This is one of the grossest parts of this game. Not grossest, but most stressful and interesting kind of parts. So I'm just going to play this section out without saying anything. And I'm probably going to run around more than I... Usually, like I said, I like to back into a corner and deal with stuff. I'm just gonna play. I'm just gonna play. You watch. Oh, I do need javelins. Right. I didn't know I could do that. Is there a basketball hoop around here? I thought there was. Is there a basketball hoop? Is there a basketball hoop? Is there a basketball hoop? All right, I'll shut up now. And that's how you do it, chat. Wasn't that part awesome? It's so good. Kawaso with the $4.99. Thank you. New member, Kawaso, of the facility. Welcome. Happy to have you here. Wasn't that part awesome, chat? So stressful. So cool. All the music just goes. I know, Nick, I told you that you'd like it. Didn't take 1 point of damage there. Pretty good. That got me the first time, too.
Recess is over.
He was concentrating so hard, Kyle got all quiet. No, I just wanted you to experience that. Are we done shooting Zom babies? Almost. They do come back as enemies later on in the game, but not in these numbers. Why did I come back here? Wait. Don't need that, but it's fine. I got quiet because I wanted you to experience that. For those sensitive to flashing lights and spooky women named Nicole, warning.
Still in denial? Afraid you're gonna cut your wrists if you listen to me?
I'm not listening to this. You may fool Strauss, but I know you're not real.
Oh, you claim I'm not real, and yet here I am?
Can't argue with that.
Strauss knows how to screw. He knows how to destroy the marker. We will destroy you.
How convenient. Destroy the marker and all the hurt and pain go away. Imagine that, Isaac. You'll never have to listen to your heart.
You know what's really interesting? If you think about it. There's a thing called embodied cognition. And embodied cognition is giving physical movement or action to your thoughts, right? And that's a good example of one. You may not notice this, but what are you doing when you have a bad thought and you're shaking your head? Think about that. You're not doing something, you're not clearing your mind like an Etch-a-Sketch, but you're embodying the cognition of loosening up or forgetting something. Isn't that interesting? You are physically embodying a thought. And it helps, doesn't it? Isn't that interesting? Same way why embodied cognition is also the reason why sometimes therapists or psychologists will suggest that if you want to deal with something or forget about something or whatever, write it down on a sheet of paper, physically crumple it, and throw it away. There's some link there between physical action and mental change, right? That's my favorite example, shaking your head. Why would you do that? Like I said, you're not an Etch-a-Sketch, and yet you do it reflexively without even thinking about it. Isn't that interesting? Well, I think it's interesting. Science lesson 21. Whew. Doing pretty good. Oops. I literally just wrote up my thoughts and threw it away today. This is
Ellie,
Elijah
I found
Smith.
someone.
See?
Another survivor. He says he knows you.
Isaac.
I said
Isaac,
stand still.
Ellie, take it easy. His name is Strauss.
Man, he's a real
I
geek.
know him.
He looks twitchy.
God, I love
don't
catching
trust
Science
him.
Time lives as Elijah Blosser.
Don't move.
Ellie, I need him to be
I love
not
you watching
dead.
live, Elijah.
I need him.
Blowing my mind for the 78th time on this live stream. Damn.
Isaac.
Says
I'll march him to the hub, but if he does
Improvidus.
anything stupid,
In pivot
anything,
verses.
I will shoot him.
That's why you're here. That's why we're here on Scientist Plays, the only place on YouTube where you can get gameplay and insights into the universe from your own personal scienceman. That's me. Who says we are human, says McCullough. Well, I find it very unlikely that you're anything other than human, given that you understand my words. You know what else is interesting about human cognition? I mean, this isn't really a science time, but I'll blow your mind again, Impa. Think about this. You can't not understand me. If you speak the human language, there is no way for you to not understand me as I speak. There's no choice. There's no action. That happens for a lot of other things, leading to the, you know, the illusion of free will, but we don't have to get into that. We don't. I mean, that's pretty heavy. Science time number 22. Would laughing be considered embodied cognition, says Red 90. I guess so, huh? I mean, it's a real concept. Like, it's a real science term, so I don't know if I defined it correctly. So, probably. Oh, actually, I don't know. I don't know with the correct definition if laughing is correctly considered embodied cognition. I don't know. I think there's a boss here, which I'm going to frickin' dominate real quick. You'll see.
Isaac! We're up here! Come on, move.
Hello, Isaac.
Well, this brings up bad memories. I barely managed to escape the CEC facility this morning.
Wait, you're CEC?
Heavy equipment pilot, class 4. You?
Engineer.
Nerd. Figures.
Excuse you.
Shit. It's dark. You'll find me in the dark.
Yes, Strauss, it's dark.
Shut up. It's okay, it's just a power outage.
You guys all right up there?
Hello.
Shit.
No.
I think life support's out too.
Wow, I got distracted.
Our two remaining runners, Clark and Strauss.
No, Buster, you don't have to count.
I knew it was only a matter of time before you reached the transit hub. You would find the train inoperable.
Why'd you say that?
Are you insane? You cut off power to life support. There may be other survivors over here.
Public sector is already beyond acceptable recovery conditions. I can't allow you to escape. Goodbye, Clark.
Yep. Yep.
Shit, Isaac! Look out! It's headed for you!
What is? What is? What is? What is? Hello. Oh, come on. That wasn't enough? Bye-bye. Demolished!
Isaac, are you alright?
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah, look at me. Super Mexican Robo Ninja, been watching since Nerdist, but I've never really commented. Gotta say, learning being my life's passion and video games being a fun pastime, this channel is amazing.
Why did Tiedemann turn off the power?
Thank you, Super Robo.
What did you do to piss him off so much?
You know what a marker
It's
is?
that combination
Yeah.
that I'm
The
hoping
unitologist on my
get
crew
at.
wouldn't shut up about it.
Chat69 says I don't have any maidens.
Tiedemann made one using codes, patterns stored in our heads, mine and Strauss. Everything that's happening on this station is happening because of that marker. I have to get to it and destroy it, and I need Strauss to tell me how.
It's so dark.
You're a strange man, Isaac.
You're a
Will
strange
you
man.
help me?
We're about to suffocate, so I think I'm better.
Okay, good. Listen, we need power. Without it, we have no air and no train. The Sprawl's gotta have backup batteries somewhere.
Yes. The solar array's up there. But they've been mothballed for years.
Okay, alright, good. I'm heading there now. If I can start them up and get some power to the train.
You'll need someone to open the collector panels. I can do that.
The brute can be a challenge if you're not prepared. But I am. May or may not be. With the 9.99, how much force are Isaac's thighs going through to stomp limbs off people? I wondered this every time I play Dead Space. So we had someone kind of try to get at that last stream. Look at these chunks. This chunky guy. How much force would it take to do that? Now, I don't think we gave an actual answer to that. But what you have to consider, so whenever you want to do some kind of calculation, you know, like the nerdy crap I used to do with superheroes and stuff, whenever you want to do a calculation of how much it would take to destroy something or rip something off or get through something, you're dealing with the strength of that material. And so if you want to know how much it would take to stomp through flesh, effectively what you're doing is you look up the ultimate tensile strength of something, so how much strength, how much force it takes to move something apart, to make it fail, like that. Tensile, under tension, because when you're pressing on something, it's moving it apart. So you look up the ultimate tensile strength, and then you try to estimate the pressure at which the thing is pressing on the material, right? Because material strength is measured in pascals, or megapascals, or whatever, which is a unit of pressure. And so you want to compare those two units. If you calculate the pressure of a knife, or whatever, if it's more than the ultimate tensile strength of that material, it will overcome it, press through it, right? So to do that for Stompy Stomp time, you would need the surface area of Isaac's foot, and then the velocity of his foot, the weight of his foot, all that stuff, and then you could estimate a pressure value underneath his foot, and then you compare that to the ultimate tensile strength of human flesh. I doubt it's enough. But if he was wearing a different shoe with a different surface area to increase the pressure, say a stiletto heel, that could go through flesh, as I demonstrated on my video entitled, "What Would Happen If Vampire Mommy Stepped on You?" Which is something I actually did. Materials. Sir, your abdomen is... What a segue. I'm pretty good at them these days. You have to consider the weight of his suit on top of his own body weight, says Red 90. Well, it depends on how complicated you want to go with it. The easiest way is just to take Isaac's full body mass and assume that's acting over the foot. We know that's not true because not all of your when you stomp something, you're not putting all of your body's weight over your foot. But it's when you do calculations like this, you go to endpoints and find the boundaries, right? If you want to know if it's physically possible to stomp through something, just use the most extreme case that makes sense, which is full body weight. It doesn't make sense to start at, okay, well, what's the least amount of force he could put under his foot? You'd want the most amount of force, because that tells you immediately something interesting about your question. Chat, I'm a scientist. I don't know if you knew that. Or at least I play... Ah! I hate this guy so much. This guy can one-shot you. I hate that guy. I've walked around a corner before not paying attention, and he, if you get too close to him, this thing just immediately, like, decapitates you. What difficulty are you playing on, Kyle? Just normal. Just normal. Well, why don't you play on a harder difficulty? It's because I want to get through this game on stream. in a timely fashion. Before the month of October is ended. So that's what Kyle sounds like with his maidens.
How's Strauss doing?
Wouldn't you like to know?
With the power off, you can hear noises 3 blocks away. He's gonna give away my position.
Ellie, try to keep him focused. I need to know what he's trying to tell me.
Kawaso says, prove it. What? Prove what? Prove that I'm a scientist? No. New suit, chat. God, I hate those. got flicked on, my man. Flicked. How much must Isaac weigh in a suit like that? I don't know. Liz, thanks for being here. Depends on the materials, depends on the thickness, depends on all that crap. I don't know. Hard to estimate just by looking at it. Chat, we're changing suits. Elijah with the 5 and a heart. Thank you, Elijah. I would gladly welcome you into my home with an open door. That's a religious reference to your name. What haven't we worn yet? I want to go back to my scorpion look. Let's go... agility. No, advanced suit. Let's go advanced suit. And I said, keep doing what you do. It's special and rare. Much love. Gotta go. Elijah, thank you for being here. Thank you for sticking around while I stick some science to this game. Ooh, this suit is cool, huh? Oh, yeah. This is a good one. Yeah. I like the red and the white. Keep up the great work, man, says Sovereign. Ooh, this is a winner. Yeah. Now, this suit is cool. Yeah. Love this game. One of my favorites is Assad. Mine too. Kawasa with the $4.99. If you prove that Gross Boy can one-shot you, I'll give you $50. No, you don't. Kawasa, I appreciate it. Maybe I'll do it, but it's too generous. Don't worry about it. Do I actually like this thing? I have to use it more. But if there's a damage upgrade right off the bat, I'll do it. Bloody force gun, I'm doing almost everything here. I do need this, because I used that on the Emu Boys. How'd you find so many suits? This may or may not be. Actually, since when you buy this game on Steam, it comes with all the DLC. So it gave me all the DLC weapons and all the DLC suits. So I didn't have to buy any of those ones. Got it fully... Bam. Fully upgraded. Upgrade. Let's go, chat. I didn't buy them. No, it came with the game. The game was on sale. Bought it. Sir. Why? Why have those things under... You have to be aiming to fire a weapon. Forgot about that. You do a good accent. I had a lady friend that lived in New Zealand, says Elijah Smith. I'm trying to do Australian. It's getting mixed up with New Zealand because I've been watching too much Wellington Paranormal on HBO. A show I highly recommend. Ooh, now we get to...
Pod is off the mag rail. An engineering work order has been issued.
Arya, I know.
Ellie!
Solar array should be some good science time, huh?
It looks like the docking pod that runs through the solar array is floating at the bottom of the shaft.
That figures.
You figure.
Don't worry. I can fix this. I'm heading outside to have a look.
Mind the gravity. Reference to Mind the Gap, that's fun. Bye-bye. That's all rocket science is. Crafty, do you say Wellington Paranormal? Looking for a good eerie show to watch. Crafty, Wellington Paranormal is set in the same universe as What We Do in the Shadows. It's also made by Taika Waititi and Jermaine Clement. It's a mockumentary, much like The Office, about police officers in Wellington, New Zealand, who start having paranormal stuff. It's hilarious, and it's great, and I highly recommend it. It's like 4 seasons on HBO right now. So it's not scary. It's very funny. So if you like Wellington, if you like What We Do in the Shadows, Highly recommended. It's at the bottom of the shaft. I gotta go get it. Here we go. Here we go. Super lucky that was perfectly placed on the COG of that debris, says Ulamala. That's true. If any of these, I forget what I'm supposed to, oh yeah. These boosters have to be placed through the acting center of mass, or center of gravity, as Ulamala said. Center of gravity of these objects. If they're not acting through this, if they're not acting through the center of gravity, then it will make them spin. Because, as I've talked about on the channel many times before, any force that's not acting through the center of mass, center of gravity, let's say it's here, any force acting through this point will not induce any rotation, any moment, any torque. Any force acting outside of it, a line that does not pass through the center of gravity, will induce some kind of spin, some kind of torque, some kind of what engineers call a moment. And that's why, as Uemaru correctly pointed out, those are acting through the center of mass, or else they would spin. Unless the game gets it wrong, and then they don't. But it's a science lesson, just accept it. Just going down in the deep, scary bit. Cool.
Ellie, I've got the elevator repaired. I'm heading up to the array. How's Strauss doing?
How do you think he's
See, now those two were not acting through the center of mass, but
This is going to be trouble.
Jesus.
Just keep moving.
But because I activated both on opposite sides, it balances out the equation, so to speak. Now, I'd have to activate them literally at the same time, or else there'd be some rotation you have to correct for, but we will let that slide. For now. For now. For now. I will not let it slide forever. Okay? I won't. I refuse to. Javelin. Go ahead. Come on. Come on. Oops. I knew he was coming, but I missed. Yeah, just hang out there. Just hang out right there. Or not. Why is no one chatting? Why aren't you chatting? Did you go down? Was that more of a 25? That was definitely a 25 there. Chat with me. Chat. Chat with me. Chat. Kyle, what are you doing? Calm down. 1 second. We focus on your gameplay. Yeah, fair enough. Hey, all of you stayed. That's fun. Scale 1 to 10, how much science is legit in this game? 7. I'm not dead yet. Check behind you. You sneaky man. Don't need that. Because content is satisfactory. Alright, okay, yeah. I'll take it as a compliment if everyone's quiet. I said hi earlier, you didn't respond to me. It says technicality. Technicality. Oh, this part sucks. I think. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Kyle, how does hair? Yes. We're going up to a very sciencey location, chat. Would it be possible to push a space shuttle by hand if you were far enough away from any other gravitational pull? It says, ah, Nietzsche! Nietzsche! Yes. ¿Dónde? Come on. Nice shots. Ah! Ah, what? Come on. What? Wow, I wasted a lot of ammo there. Woo! Jeez. Jeez, chat. Stop eating in my ear, you gross bozos. This part is so intense on hardcore, it's nerve-wracking. You just gave me flashbacks. Heidi, I don't know what you're talking about. But to be fair, Heidi, I literally never know what you're talking about. But I appreciate you being here. Okay, maybe I just be Bilbo. Heidi, what the hell are you talking about? Probably shouldn't make that noise publicly. Other people in the chat too, man, says Heidi. No, I know, but you're the one saying interestingly worded phrases. It's okay, Heidi. Totally okay. I just want to know what you're talking about.
To solar array Sigma 055. Proper identification is required. Please wait here. Watchman Howard Phillips will be with you shortly.
Need to focus on some more science time, huh, chat? It's been a couple seconds.
Rig authorization recognized.
What did I come back to, says Nick Lynn.
Watchman Howard Phillips.
You know what you came back to. Oops, new suit time. Already another store. Already another store? But I like this suit. I like this suit, though. Oh well, you know the rules. You know the rules, chat. Riot security. How's Arya doing? Heidi. Heidi. I keep seeing it. This is Red 90. Arya is doing great. Arya is actually going to a concert tonight. She's very excited about it. Going to My Chemical Romance tonight. One 1142 Emma, calm down, will you? Riot time. Yeah, yeah, cool, yeah. This guy loved his birds. See, now what I thought... what I thought this was going to be, I thought it was more clever than it actually was. I thought, you know, you have to scan... That's the guy, and you learn that it's his body, you get it scanned there. I thought you're going to have to take one of his birds who learned the password just from overhearing it, and then have a bird say it or something like that, but no. I know what's in here. This looks like the room where Obi-Wan gets trapped in, and he goes, "Come on, we're smarter than this."
Station Watchman Howard Phillips, please provide verbal access code to authorize your guest.
Arati Subaggio. I like how sci-fi battlesuits always had a very foldable helmet. Yeah, it's just awesome. Dave Hollow says, what's the most valid way to exterminate the monsters? Radiation, virus, or Lego brick, or Lego bricks as caltrops? Well, definitely Lego bricks, obviously. Ooh, I like that sound. Well, actually, you say what's the best way to get the mass extermination going on this space station. I think it probably would be radiation. Specifically because radiation itself differentially damages and destroys biological tissue and materials that replicate very quickly, because the more opportunities you have to introduce genetic and molecular damage into DNA or whatever, the more likely that those cells are to die from that damage. That's why when you get chemotherapy, radiation therapy, what parts of you get affected? Your hair and your stomach. You get very nauseous. Why? Because the tissue turnover rate in your stomach is on the order of days. Your follicles also split very quickly and replicate very quickly. And so when you get radiation therapy, that's where you see major effects. That's why that happens. So if you wanted these necromorphs that morph, change, gain mass, grow, mutate like tumors, I would guess mass irradiation would harm them quite a bit. Science lesson number 26. Damn. What am I doing? Who am I? Oh, come on. Oh, right. I'm smart. I'm a smart man with a smart... Come here. See? I'm a genius. So nuking them from orbit is a valid option? Says Assad? Well, I mean... yeah. If you want to glass the entire surface of the planet. But the good thing about mass irradiation, say with like neutron flux, is that you could do it in such a way that you could irradiate rooms, whole buildings, whole surfaces, have the biological material die, and all the buildings still be there. So that's the advantage of not nuking something from orbit, is that you destroy all of your infrastructure, you destroy society. If you mass irradiate an area in a way that doesn't activate materials and make it radioactive, then you wipe out everything on the moon, and all your stuff on the moon is still standing, which is good. Science time number 27. Can we get to 30? Can we get to 30? Wrong button. Hello. Nice shot. Gun's pretty cool. I think there's some annoying guys in here. That's probably gonna blow open. Ah! Gee! No, that's not... Yes, radiation damage it damages all material. It damages biological material in general, but yeah, faster turnover is more damaging. When does this get activated? Oh. Huh. Sounds like you're describing neutron bombs, Kyle. That's exactly what I'm doing. That's what a neutron bomb does. That's the advantage of a neutron bomb. Oh, no! That's the advantage of a neutron bomb. That it doesn't actually destroy a bunch of material. Colosso with the 199. I didn't miss. Did you die? I didn't miss you dying by the gross boy, did I? No, I didn't. I'll show you when it happens. I may or may not have been cut in half. Can't prove that I was, though. See, I like how it puts subtly what you're fixing directly.
Watchman Howard Phillips. Unauthorized engagement of
Am I gonna fail this?
detected.
Am I gonna fail
Please
this?
respond.
Yeah. Never failed that before. Does it reboot? Or... Oh. I was looking at chat. This one's kind of fit now. Kawaoso. Kawausu. Oso? Ase? Isi? Did I get it? Ah, I missed. Maybe I'm the one who's... See, the javelin gun is good, but it's not good for close quarters, is the issue I'm having. I was looking at chat. Looking at chat. Oops, I'm like 3 minutes behind. Hit that refresh button. Excuse me. Am I actually running out of Yeah, sure. It's fine if the button doesn't work. Come on. Rooster Teeth says one of my favorite things about this game is the HUD, which is so clever. I totally agree. Having your health information just actually on your character instead of it being in a heads-up display, really, really clever. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah, chat. Make sure to refresh the stream every once in a while. Make sure you get the highest the highest quality. Necromorphs aren't actually... No, I almost walked into that. Aren't actually eating to sustain themselves. They're not eating. Necromorphs you learn later on in the third game, and it's a really cool little story bit. But you learn in the third game that the Necromorphs are just killing to kill, to produce more dead bodies. It's actually part of a life cycle, the convergence, as 1142 is pointing out. The convergence that everyone's talking about actually needs the most dead tissue possible. Like that idiot. It's actually part of a life cycle of a different organism. I've declared myself to be the official science time judge. So if I didn't count, it doesn't count. The count stands at 28, says Buster Sharp. Buster, you are the science time judge. I defer to you. I think there's a emu in this corridor, which is a weird sentence to say. Don't do that. Hello. I was correct about there being an emu. Gonna use this to do nothing. Purging life support. That didn't sound right, huh? Ah! Knew it. Get out of my face! Don't worry, chat. I have so much oxygen. You can fit so much oxygen in this bad boy. What game, in your opinion, has the best hacking? Says Ikrit. That's a good question. Hacking minigames are in so many games now. You know what one of my favorites is? That's still... that's at least difficult. I really like the original Bioshock. Original Bioshock little pipe game, I like a lot.
Unauthorized visitor. Mainframe.
Aria, will you calm down, please? I thought we were cool. We're dating.
Initiating system lockdown.
Talk about CPUs, chat. Look at that thing. Woo! Look at that 3090. Woo! Woo! Alright. Okay, I don't care. Do we have a mod in the chat at the moment? A lot of people asking about Mëydans. Look at look at the processing these bad boys can do. Woo!
Unauthorized access to the computer mainframe
You're
is
not
a
authorized
violation
access to
of
it.
Titan Station Civic Code. Replace all panels and back away from the fuse board.
You back away from the fuse. Whatever you said. I forgot immediately.
Unauthorized visitor. Mainframe.
Yeah, it's me. Puzzle time. Not really a puzzle, is it? Is Isaac maidenless? At this moment in time, yes. When are we finally going to get some new battery technology, says Willie Reimer?
Warning. Mainframe electrical shielding has been deactivated.
The next advancement in battery technology really is making the size smaller. Once you're able to miniaturize, really miniaturize batteries with the same energy density, or more energy density, it could be a revolution. Well, I don't know, I'm talking out of my butt, but it could be... the real amazing thing about transistors and computers and all that technology is that we've made computational elements so small now that we can do amazing things with them. Similarly with a battery, if you could power something and that battery not take up most of the space of the thing, you can do more stuff with the thing, you know? Isaac is canonically maidenless in DS2 and 3. No, he's not maidenless in number 3. Did I go the wrong direction? Now there'll be a guy behind me. Pocket RTGs for everyone. Ikrit, you do not want to put an RTG in your pocket. Aria over there. Go back in. Nope. Chat, if you're enjoying the stream, you might enjoy our other videos on the channel, our other live streams. If you want to catch the first part of this stream, go back to the gaming channel, open it in a new window. Don't exit out right now. Put it on your watch later. Give it a watch later. Like, sub, hit the notification bell and button. I promise I will not spam you. And check out what we do on the main channel, where soon, it's taken a long time, because I'm trying to get non-profit information. Blah, blah, blah. Like I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, everything correct on the back end with YouTube for our charity.
Mainframe.
And soon we will have an episode about the dogs of Chernobyl. But if you want to know everything, if you want to be aware of when we do everything, the best way to do that is sub to both channels. Hit the bell! Who does this help in a mainframe? These buttons are so big. Half-Life Histories are some beautiful videos, says Buster Sharp. Yeah, if you want to know where, when, how, why for all the new Half-Life Histories we'll be making. I'll be filming another one this month with some drone footage, some IRL drone footage.
Mainframe.
Half-Life Histories are definitely the best thing.
Mainframe containment compromised. Security has been notified.
Is that security? I'll just crawl out. I'll just hang out in here until all the dead stuff dies. What does the spacesuit do correct? What I like about Isaac's spacesuit, one thing specifically that it does right, is that when he's moving in zero gravity, it uses little spurts of gas, compressed air, coming out of different points on his body, not the center of mass like we talked about, so it will reorient him in space. And in fact, this is how we reorient spacecraft. We don't use, for fine movements like docking with the International Space Station, we don't use giant boosters to do that. We use little canisters of gas. Just shh. All you're doing in rocket science, as we always say, is just shooting some mass in a direction opposite you want to go. Compressed air has some, or nitrogen or whatever they're using, has some mass. You eject it at a high velocity. It gives you some momentum, and you go the other direction. That's what I like about his suit. That's all on there like a miniature spacecraft. Come on. Come on. Ripper sauce.
The mainframe circuits are extremely fragile. Please step away.
Sir.
Damaging the mainframe circuits will cause lapses in programming.
Sir.
For your safety, step away from the circuits.
Is that spacesuit gas CO2, hydrogen, or something else? I don't know. Can't tell by looking at it. Beep. How about I stand over... Where was it? I'm gonna stand over here for that. Bye, Arya. Really? Are my shots going through him? Chat, you saw that.
Automated function.
Chat, you saw that.
Offline.
Bye, Arya.
Lockout.
I love you.
Offline.
That guy was that guy bugged, chat? It looked like it, right? I definitely hit him multiple times. How long do you think? Bye, Arya. I love you. See you at home. How soon do you think we'll have commercial space flight? Says Nishi or Nikki. Well, we almost already have. The heck?
Ellie, I'm on my way to the mirrors now. I have to realign them manually. How's Strauss?
See for yourself.
No, I'm not ready for the needle again. You have to let me out. I can't believe it.
Strauss, Stross, what's wrong? Ellie!
We already have. We've had some private space flights, right? Already with Blue Origin and SpaceX. So for the commercialization of that the commercialization of that to happen, that can't be far off, right? 10 years, less. Science sign number 32. Goodness gracious, are we being clever today? Come on! Get out of my face. Get out of my hairy face. I don't think I like the line gun, chat. I mean, the javelin. Science time 30. Oh, let's see how it does on these babies. Man, this is a long way to go just to be up above those birds, huh? Uh-oh. That's bad. That's bad. Headshot. Hit. Look, he got pinned all the way over there. Where? Oh! Let's try this. Ooh, one shot, huh? I like that. Oh, that fries the whole thing. Right. Hit! Ooh, I do like that. Reloaded. Give me your stuff. So now we get to go to this big space station thing. It's cool. Is that a magnetic blade saw? Sure. Yes. Let's see what's in here. He tried to trick me, chat. You see that? They're trying to... See what happens? Look down. Trying to lure me into a false sense of security at this door. It's crap. How dare they? What could have created the first marker? So I guess I won't spoil everything, but the marker, it makes people crazy. It makes the necromorphs, and the craziness that people are made makes them want to create a new marker. Just a sec. Audacity. One second. I'm hacking the system. I'm hacking the GIFs. You know, that much short-circuiting can't be good while I do this. Audacity says, Kyle, is it possible to build a practical ship that floats atop the atmosphere like a boat from which we could hoist a spaceship and launch it from near low Earth orbit? No idea. Think of the amount of material and, well, for your idea, think of the amount of helium you would need to create a platform stable. I mean, heck, have you watched a rocket launch before? You know how many things that can go wrong? To have a platform in the sky stable enough, sturdy enough, it just seems like, you got me all turned around. It seems like an engineering challenge that might just be practically impossible.
You hold it all inside. Your face never betraying your pain. No one would ever know the guilt you feel. Never know the dark thoughts you keep.
Science sign number 34. Chad, I'm glad you didn't get to see the message I was just sent. This part's cool, though. Solar array aligned. Yeah, airship launch pad sounds cool, but I mean, when we launch from the ground, I mean, if things are even slightly out of line or the weather is even slightly bad, we don't launch at all. I assume that'd be much harder on a floating platform in the upper atmosphere, right? Okay, so chat. So now what I want to do, I'm trying to restore power to wherever I am, and so I have to go out and realign the solar array out there, which we don't need to science time that. You know, if something needs solar energy, the mirrors have to be pointed at the thing that collects that energy, most usually in the form of just heat. Which ones do I need? So that one is not aligned. See, I have to align with those big mirrors up there.
Ellie, it looks like 2 of the mirrors are out of alignment. How's he doing?
He's stopped hyperventilating.
Wait, is this...
I don't know how much longer he's gonna last.
Wait, is this actually the one I need to go to?
I knew he would just slow me down.
If Strauss dies, so do my chances of destroying the marker. Keep him alive and get to that panel.
Is this the one? Yes. Do you do peer reviews on other science YouTube channels? No. Raw dogging Bigfoot. Your name, you're such a weirdo. Didn't need to do that.
All right, Ellie, 1 down.
Now there's a big gross monster over there?
Roll back the cover now. Strauss, can you give me a hand with this?
Oh, you'll hurt me.
No, I'm a crazy person.
I promise I'll protect you. Now, just get over here
some
and give me a hand.
Monster show.
Here.
Look at that thing. Look at that gross thing.
Something covering the collector panel.
Kyle's fixing the webby.
Oh my god. There's thousands of them. They're breaking apart.
Ellie, get out of there.
Oh my god, they're heading this way. Run, Strauss, run!
Ellie, come in. Shit.
Yeet. Felipe, thank you for the sub. Now I have to kill this thing. Just a second. Hit. 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 Ah! Oh, come on. Come here. Give me your globby. I want your globby blobby. Dumb, gross guy. Why do spaceships curve so early in flight? Wouldn't that waste more fuel than going straight up? Says Nishi. And Crafty has a similar question. Spaceships are actually curving. And that's because to enter orbit, you don't go straight up. Remember what we said before about falling around? Constantly falling around an object? That's what orbiting is. To go into orbit, you don't go straight up and then you're in orbit. Instead, you have to go at a speed around the planet such that you're constantly free falling but missing. That means launching up past the thickest part of the atmosphere and then going almost horizontal to match that orbital velocity you need to constantly fall around the Earth. So rocket launches aren't like this and then, yay, I'm in space. It's more like, wow, space. And plus, remember, the ISS or whatever they're trying to meet is also going around the Earth. And so a space launch has to perfectly match, if it wants to dock with it, that orbital velocity that it's at. So to do that, you time it out. So you go, you basically do this. So it's going, ISS going around the Earth one time every 90 minutes, 17,000 miles an hour, whatever it is. I think it's about that. So you go, and then you meet. That's a orbital rendezvous that you do by matching orbital velocity, which you have to get at by going horizontally shortly after launch. which is why we launch at the equator, or as close as we can get to the equator of the Earth, because that's where the Earth is spinning the fastest, and we want as much extra boost horizontally as we can get. That's why in America we launch at the tip of Florida. Whew. That was a good, Buster, that was a good science time, huh? That was a good one. I feel like everyone was like, wow, Kyle, that's so cool. Little disoriented here. There we go. The power of the sun in the palm of my hand, literally. Take that, Doctopus Octopus. Science time with Professor Beardo, says Elijah. Elijah, get out. What's happening here? I do not know. Are they shooting a beam of science light?
Isaac!
Ellie! You alright?
We just made it to the crossover tube when the beam hit.
Why isn't Kyle going to the concert? I thought he was a fan too. No. Not a fan.
Everything in their path.
Holy shit, they'll cut us off. Get to the hub.
I'm not judging anyone who likes My Chemical Romance, but I'm personally not a fan. You might not be able to tell from my hair and face, but I'm actually more of a jam band guy. My favorite band growing up and in high school was Fish. So if that gives you a sense of the kind of music I like. It's not exactly Dashboard Confessional or those kind of things. Nick says it still hurts when you say that. Nick, I forgot you were in here. I'm sorry. But, like, considering I learned guitar playing Fish, String Cheese Incident, that kind of stuff, not really my bag.
Exiting zero gravity.
Can we get a science time for why Ellie is so cute? So, Steven, no.
Isaac, we have to cross to the government sector before they cut us off.
Ooh, this part, chat, this part is sick. So I'm gonna shut up.
Never make it down here in time.
I'll be there. I'll be there.
Oh, I'll make it with velocity.
Stability detected in the array alignments. Emergency ejector systems initializing.
Yeah! Isn't that sick? Something's gonna pop out of me. So now she said there's thousands of necromorphs wandering around. You can hear them. Sir? Yes, as we've gone through before on Because Science Chat, superhero landing is like one of the worst landings you can do.
Where are you?
Right outside. Hurry!
New suit. New suit. That doesn't seem real, says Ryan Burgess. That wasn't as crazy as you think. I mean, it's an ejector seat, which exists. He took a lot of damage, of course. But stabilizing himself with his thrusters after, I mean, that looked a lot like a SpaceX rocket. How it lands, right? Be right back watching that again. Big advantage we have over Twitch is that you get to you can rewind at any time. Time for my scorpion suit, because I want it. But it looks so cool. Because of no air resistance in space, wouldn't Isaac be able to reach Mach 10 in that suit? You can go any velocity up to the speed of light in space because there's no air resistance, but it would take increasingly more energy, etc., etc. I just realized I have no clue why there's no sound in space, says Alice. There's no sound in space because there's no air in space, and sound is just pressure waves moving through the air, vibrating your eardrum in a certain way, which your brain transduces those vibrations into electrochemical signals in your brain, and you interpret that as sound. That's it. So, no pressure waves, no sound. No air, no pressure waves. Think of it like, you can't have waves in a pool without the pool, right? How do you stop in space? Will you guys shut up for a second? How you stop in space is something you usually don't see in sci-fi. To go in space, you thrust in one direction, but if you want to stop, you actually have to flip your ship around and thrust in the other direction as you're traveling to slow all the way down. Good science shows like The Expanse do this, but you can't just speed up all the way and then you get to a space station. Because once you're at that space station, if you cut the engine, what is Isaac Newton's first law? An object will continue on forever in a straight line unless acted upon by an outside force. On Earth, that's air resistance and gravity. In space, there's nothing. So if you thrust up to some velocity and then cut the engine, you're going to go at that velocity until you hit something. So to actually slow down a spaceship in space, you have to turn the spaceship around, fire the thrusters in the other direction for deceleration, or you have thrusters on the other side of the ship. Science time number 36. This is, Buster, this is going down as the most sciencey game we've ever played on stream. 40 lessons today? Damn. And Chad, I just realized we've been playing for almost 3 hours now. 3 hours and 5 minutes. So we're going to get to the next checkpoint. So after this save one, I'm going to save here. We're going to get to the next one, and then we'll be done for the night. We'll do this one, and then the next one. I'm going a little bit longer than usual, because I'd like to get through this game. Look how cool this suit is. Hell yeah. Oh, this is when there's too many of them. I don't like this. I don't like this part. I'm just gonna run away a lot. Because there's more enemies here that I can actually defeat, so. Hello.
Isaac, I'll try to open the CEC door on your level. Hold on. Piece of shit lock. I'm giving it my codes, but it's not working.
Uh-oh. Damn it. I'm frozen, chat, that's why. Frozen by goo. Hello.
Yes, I'm authorized for this. Open up, you bastard!
This should be scarier than I'm making it. But I'm demolishing these dorks. Excuse me.
There! It's open! Isaac, go!
Easy peasy lemon breezy. I love the foreskin.
Ellie, are you guys there? Did you make it?
Shit, Isaac. Just Shit.
Hey, take it easy.
Just got back from an interview for a job at a game development company. Kinda hyped you're still streaming. Are the Necros being mean? Kyle says, think of her. Think of her. Congratulations on your successful interview.
And before I knew it, they transformed.
Yeah, still streaming only for a couple minutes.
Off my friends just to escape. I'm sure there's pieces of them still lying around here somewhere.
Ellie, I know. I'm sorry.
Oh, I forget. There's a cool section where we get on a giant drilling machine, and we have to drill through a giant mass of flesh. Oh, there's a bunch of cool stuff coming, Chad. Dylan Klingenpeel, welcome.
There's a central hub.
How to survive being space is Jay Arrows.
Here are the coordinates.
Something you don't think about, Chad. Do you know what I would do if I was making a sci-fi show, and you had a Chat, there's only 12 chapters, so we're on chapter 8 right now. So what we're making very good. We might finish this next week. Anyway, if I was making a sci-fi show, what I would put a sign near airlocks that said, "Don't hold your breath." If you, in the event of being spaced, don't hold your breath. Why? Because, my controller is not working. Because, if you think you would hold your breath, right? You go, and then you jump out into space. But the air you're breathing in actually has a pressure in your lungs of 15 pounds per square inch, 14.7. That's atmospheric pressure. If you suddenly enter a vacuum where there's 0 psi, effectively, you won't be able to contain that 15 pounds per square inch in your lungs, and it will force itself out of your mouth, freezing your mouth, tongue, and respiratory system as you do so. Interesting, huh? If you're going to be spaced, don't hold your breath. Breathe out. Thank you for... yeah, sure. No, I'll pick it up on the way home. I don't know what she was talking about, Chad. Get out of my head! Okay, chat. Man. Hello, Kyle. Awesome stream. I got a question. Do you think the Necromorph's quick transformation would generate a lot of heat, considering a lot of cells multiplying so fast? Chat. We made it to our next save point. You know what that means. Gamer headphones off. Hair activated. I think all that quick transformation of the Necromorphs probably would generate heat. But I have no way to kind of quantify that at the moment. Chat, what did we do today? We played over 3 hours in Dead Space 2, one of the scariest, coolest horror games. Buster Sharp, Buster's keeping track. That was 38 science lessons in one stream. If you joined us late, if you want to hear all of the things we got up to in this edition of Dead Space 2 Scientist Plays, go back, rewatch the video. This was one of my favorite streams so far that we've done here in the gaming center of the facility, because we just got to talk about so many cool things. Just by the numbers, Science at 38. Just by the numbers, this is the most sciencey stream we've ever done here on the gaming channel for maybe the most sciencey game if you total them all up. I hope you had a great time. I had a good time. I hope you didn't get too scared. I hope you learned something. And I hope that if you want more of this, you like the video, subscribe to the new channel. We're going to do more and more gaming stuff as the year goes on, as the years go by. Once in a lifetime. Back on the main channel soon. If you want to subscribe there, keep an eye on what's going on there. Soon we will have a fundraiser and full Half-Life history style video from my trip to Chernobyl about the dogs and the puppies of Chernobyl and how you can help them. But no matter where it is I see you next, if you go to patreon.com/Kyle Hill, you can join the facility. You can talk to me right after this. You can get behind the scenes photos and videos. You can chat with me on the Discord, all of that kind of stuff. no matter where I see you, if it's in the facility proper, if it's on the next live stream, next office hours, next video comments, I'll be there. I hope you are too. And until I see you and interact with you next time, wherever that may be, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, night, evening, morn, afternoon, midnight, and you're welcome. And remember, be nice to each other, because this is all we got.